Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Otto with FedScoop TV, and today we're at the Public Sector Innovation Summit, and I'm talking with Ron Ross, a fellow at NIST. Ron, thanks for joining us today.
I'm glad to be here.
So, Ron, what are your top 3 priorities this year?
Our top 3 priorities at NIST this year, I guess the number 1 priority would be to finish and get all the public comments back on our new System Security Engineering Guideline.
Interesting. Okay. Tell us a little more about
well,
that.
it goes by the number 800-160. Those folks understand we have all of our 800 series publications. We do a lot of different guidance documents. This one is unique. It's special because it addresses the fundamental things that our customers need to do to build security into their systems from the start. And it's a different approach. It doesn't come at the security problem from the bottom up. It comes at it from the top down. And that's the number 1 priority because everything else, if we do that part right, everything else kind of falls into place. The other thing we're doing is we're updating our security control catalog, 800-53. Most of our folks in the federal government and the private sector who use our guidance documents know that is the kind of the granddaddy of the security and privacy controls.
Right.
And every 3 years we update it because there's lots of new threats and we have to develop new controls to make sure that our customers are well protected. And so those are the 2 big documents. And I guess the third priority would be just updating all of the Joint Task Force publications that are dependent upon the 800-53. So whenever you update one publication, there's kind of a ripple effect that goes through all the other supporting guidance documents.
Right.
Those are the top 3.
Interesting.
Yep.
So what technological or policy innovation has had the biggest impact on your job this year?
Well, I think it's not really a policy. FISMA 2014 was updated. You know, FISMA was originally passed, the Federal Information Security Management Act, back in 2003, and it was updated, became the Federal Information Security Modernization Act of 2014.
Okay.
And that kind of reaffirmed all of the original legislative things that we were told to do at NIST back in a decade ago. And that law now is going to move us forward into the next decade or so, and it continues the work we've done, but it also puts us into a few new areas. We have the thing that most of you are aware of, the cybersecurity framework, which was based on an executive order. That's been enormously powerful because it's been able to unify both public and private sector. We have a common language now. We can talk about security issues. And that can't be underestimated with respect to getting the C-suite on board, getting that dialogue, understanding the problems we face, and then being able to walk off in a direction that is unified so you can actually get results and manage the problems that we are faced with today.
So you were talking about, this security engineering documents, which I'm sure is going to drive some innovation across the government and even out into the public sector, private sector.
Right.
But can you tell me any other ways your office is driving innovation?
Well, I think the way we drive innovation, we have, of course, our National Cybersecurity Center of Excellence.
Okay.
Donna Dotson is the director of that operation, and they really deal with innovation every day. They work with industry. The great thing about our country is that we are great innovators. That's what we're known for. And we work through the NCCOE. We work with industry. They come in with a new idea, things that we work on the application of that technology. We do use cases, and then it's propagated back to the customers out there they're not really guidance documents, they're more like user applications. And we deal with like medical devices and things that are actually useful for customers. And what it does is it applies our standards and guidelines to real technologies, real use cases, the things that people deal with every day. So I think that helps drive innovation because the new ideas come in the front door. You can actually demonstrate how that innovation can actually be secure in its operational mode. And I think that in itself drives more innovation. If you look at how long it's taken us to go to the cloud, I think a lot of that innovation, we were very hesitant because of security. So sometimes security can be an impediment to innovation. Anytime we can bring industry together, work on the customer's behalf to do that, it really, I think, speeds the process up and keeps us going down the road in a direction that innovates as well as being as secure as we can be.
So we're at an interesting point right now. There's only a few months left in this administration. I'm wondering, does a transition to a new administration affect what you do in any way? And if it does, how does it do?
NIST is, we're a bunch of scientists and engineers.
Right,
We
okay.
have, it's an amazing place to work. We have different laboratories for physics and chemistry and building and fire research. And of course, I'm in the information technology lab, but it's totally a nonpartisan organization. And in fact, computer security and information security, cybersecurity, that is a completely nonpartisan issue. It affects everybody, whether it's a big company or a small company, a large federal agency or a small agency. We're all basically using the same technology. And so, whether it's a Republican administration or a Democrat administration, we all have the same problems. And NIST's job is to not get involved in policy matters or legislation. We are scientists and engineers. We try to figure out what are the best standards and guidelines and best practices that we can work on and develop for our customers so they can have security programs and make their systems as secure as they can be and manage that risk. In a world today, it's very dangerous, and you have to be able to understand what those risks are to appropriately mitigate and do so in a way that allows you to continue the mission and serving your customers.
Great, great. Well, Ron, thanks for dropping by. Very interesting conversation. Appreciate your input.
Thank you very much. I was glad to be here today, and it's a great conference. Thank you.
For all of our videos, check out our YouTube channel, and for more information, check out FedScoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.